Hello, welcome to Northwest Connection podcast. My name's Trelfy.
And I'm Louise.
And today we're joined by Wigan's finest, Stanleys. Hi, boys.
Hello.
Thanks for coming down.
Give you very kind words.
How are you all? How are you all doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Tip top.
Yeah, not so bad.
Amazing.
Feeling better than Conk's looking, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus.
Cheers. Yeah, didn't realise it was going to be filmed today, which is lovely.
Would you like to introduce yourselves?
My name's Tom and I sing.
I'm Rob and I play the drums.
And my name's Jake and I play guitar.
Amazing. And who are we missing?
Mr. Harold.
Mr. Harold Ivory.
He's a bit discombobulated at the minute, so
Is he? Is that why he's
we
not
left him at
here?
home.
We did ask why he wasn't here, but he was a bit clandestine about the whole thing. I'm not really sure what.
I rang him up and he said he was making a mushroom risotto, but I don't think that's a good enough
He
excuse.
loves mushroom risotto, to be fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Amazing. Yeah, okay. So, tell us a bit about the band. How did Stanleys get together? How did it become a thing?
Well, it was like a little project, wasn't it, at the start?
Yeah, well, that is a sentence.
A meteorite hit the earth, and
When the dinosaurs left, we started.
yeah, they left this sort of vacuum in the Wigan indie scene that we naturally wanted to fill.
No, we started playing when we was in school, me and you, and then
You
we got
three.
Harry involved, and then we found you at college, and we
Yeah.
forced you to sing for us,
Yeah.
and the rest is
Yeah, he
history.
didn't really
And
want me
you
at
just
first.
sound thrilled about it, to be honest.
I know.
He's still
It
not
was like-
convinced if he's actually joining yet. We're still trying to convince
It
him.
was
He's
like
still
when
on
Sporty
probation.
Spice joined.
Still on probation. Still after what, 8 years?
8
Yeah.
years.
Heavy that.
I
That's
know.
mad.
Not yet. It's not quite 8 years yet. It's nearly 8 years.
Nearly 8 years. So
The
how old
first
were
gig-
you? When
16.
16, 17.
oh, geez, are getting old, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Our
Old.
first gig were 18 then, or I was at least.
I know, we kind of didn't really start
Yeah.
properly gigging because we used to do like pub scenes and do like covers and stuff like that. So we weren't really the Stanleys for those years, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, because you used to be the Stanleys.
Yeah, and then some Australian band copyrighted it. So
No way. Are they still going?
yeah, we're coming
think
for
so.
'em. We're gonna find them one day and
And we're going to have a nice chat.
probably.
That we definitely haven't still got the same name, despite the one word difference. Love you guys.
So where did the name come from?
My mother.
Did it actually?
Yeah, it did.
Oh.
I think we were on the way to a gig and we had Pink Turnstiles as our name.
And Bright Clouds. That was the
Bright
two
Clouds.
choices.
I actually don't mind Bright Clouds.
It's actually quite a good band name, Bright
yeah.
Clouds. It's quite nice.
But my mum was just like, you met at Winstanley College, so why don't you call yourself the Winstanleys? And I'm like, "Meh, no. And then she went, what about Stanleys? I was like, actually, that sounds a bit like some of our favourite bands, like the Smiths, and that's
Cool.
it.
It's a good enough reason. I mean, sometimes people don't have any meaning behind the name. So.
That's how it
Yeah.
came about.
Nothing to do with the knife.
Oh,
No,
okay.
or the
That's good.
park.
Thanks for clearing that one up.
Yeah, we do get it a lot.
Looks good in the
I don't
poster.
think we've ever
No,
got
no one has. No one has. ever
Someone
said
asked
that.
to me, in London once, there was that mad
Yeah.
Cockney guy.
Oh yeah, the Mad Cockney
The Mad
guy.
Cockney
Yeah,
guy.
who haven't-
Oh, I think I
Yeah.
know him. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
He was mad.
everyone knows a mad Cockney guy.
Yeah.
He was
Everyone.
mad and Cockney.
Yeah, and that's enough said.
I'm from London.
Yeah.
Amazing. So how did you all get into music?
That's a good question, actually.
We'll start. We'll do individually.
So do you mean like playing our instruments or
Yeah.
into?
Yeah.
Okay. You
I need to start.
Yeah, we'll let
Go
you
for it.
start.
Well, I used to sit on my computer and I downloaded the Ed Sheeran album when I was younger. I used to sing every word to it.
Which one?
The first one. Yeah.
What's
with,
it called?
I can't remember now. It's like
X.
X or something, yeah. But it had like, what's that one? They say she's in the class 18. And he used to sit and sing that. And I remember one time my brother and all his mates were like sneakily watching me through the window and laughing. And then
Oh,
and then I thought,
so mean.
I thought, I'm going to make you regret
Who,
that.
who were his mates? Obviously, you
Call
have
them out.
It was
First
Jimmy,
name, last
it was Jimmy
name, address.
Caffey.
Was
Jimmy
it?
Caffey and Al Caffey, yeah.
the three of them.
Yeah. And
Big
to
Steve.
this day, I've still got a vendetta.
It's good
And
to
now
know.
he's watching you play massive stages. So
I know, I get him on guest list as well now, so it's like, have that.
Enjoy these privileges, you.
Yeah, get free beers on me. You.
I got a toy drum kit when I must have been about like 6 or 7.
Still got a toy.
Hey, no, I've not. I've got a real one now.
Oh, yeah, I've got
a real one. You can take that back.
I take it back.
And I beat like the living daylights out of it. It was like in pieces within a week. So mum and dad were like, we should probably get him something a bit better. And then I just had a drum kit for
real
him.
anger issues when he was younger, Rob.
And now I just take it out on the skins and not you.
Yeah. Or the barbers.
Yeah, the barbers do not see me anymore.
I feel like all drummers start off really young. Like every single drummer I've spoken to seems to have started off when they were like 2.
It's like an inner desire
It's
to
a
just
lifestyle.
beat the living daylights out or something.
Maybe it's because no one makes the practical choice to be a drummer when they're older. They just get it forced on them when they're younger.
Don't laugh at that.
that's true.
Don't laugh at it.
Ha ha.
What about you?
I only started playing quite late. It was like last year at high school. Started listening to bands like the Smiths, Joy Division were a big one, Stone Roses, a lot of 60s stuff as well. And Rob had a drum kit, and I think before then we just used to play Xbox, go to the park, play football. We go soccer at home a lot, do 5-a-side. It was just literally those 2 things that we used to do. We never did anything else.
No speaking to girls.
None of that.
How dare you?
When you're 15. And yeah, I think it was something different, and I thought we'd give it a go, and we did, and it seemed to go all right. So.
Is this the only band you've ever been in?
Yeah.
No.
Is it?
Not Jake.
It's like from the start of playing an instrument to present, I've never not been in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I know you're. I know you're in
I've
other
done,
bands
like,
now, but
other little charity projects, and I did a lot of session work for a little bit. But yeah, this is the
Pinnacle of your career.
yeah. Well.
No, you're supposed to say yeah confidently, and then we move on.
Yeah.
so in terms of like musical influences, what would you say? What artists would you say inspired your sound?
I think the main reason we were a band was the Stone Roses, really, because even to the point of like I didn't want to do backing vocals, and it wasn't a choice. It's like you will, because the Stone Roses had a drummer who sang, so you will do it, and
you will enjoy
like it. You will, and then that like the Stone Roses in a weird way when we were very very first starting out was like, at least for me, that was what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like that cool sort of like Manchester laddie giving it beans and that sort of like jangly guitar.
Yeah.
And then I think we've changed quite a bit from that. For a while, we sounded like a Stone Roses cover band, and I don't think we do anymore.
I think that they weren't that laddie macho-y that Oasis were.
No, not the macho-y, the sort of like cool like about them. Because we're not. Well, you're a bit more laddie than we are. But I wouldn't say that we are laddie.
I always thought that like
is that a good thing?
That was
It's
what
just a thing.
appealed about them, really, because they weren't that. You know, even like Arctic Monkeys to an extent, a lot of the early stuff was quite heavy and trashy, and you know, that sort of rock and roll persona. But
Yeah.
we were never like that. You know?
No.
We're just like middle class kids that were just, you know, at home for tea.
Don't
on
say
a
middle
Sunday, you know
class.
what I mean?
We're not middle class.
I'd say upper middle class.
We're working lads. Working lads from Wigan.
E-bag gum.
E-bag gum. 72-hour shift down pit.
Amazing. So, is there anybody that you like now that you think you could like? What would you describe your sound as if you were to like?
We always let Conk answer that question.
3 words: bubbly, extroverted, and air freshener. I'd say.
Have you just seen an air
Nice.
freshener? Is that why you
I've
said that?
literally just seen an air freshener.
The first time we
That's
were
4
ever asked
words,
that
by the way.
question.
I'm gonna put like a little dash in
Yeah,
between
hyphen.
air and freshener.
We'll let you off because you're feeling a bit rough.
Yeah.
The first time we were asked that question, it was in like a written down interview, and you answered it, and we all looked back at it in like a magazine or something, and you'd written "chur like" as the only description of our sound. Like, do you not put like jangly, like Britpop inspired? You just put "chur like" with a hyphen in the middle. So what does that even mean?
What does that
That's
mean?
the beauty of it. It's very much up to your own design and own volition.
Are you aware that words come out of your mouth? Or do you just like,
I don't know, freedom of speech, you know. That's what
Fair enough.
that's what the grandfather
Fair
died for.
enough. Can you tell us about the first time you all played together then? What was it
Oh,
like?
it was
First
awful.
gig or the first
Yeah.
rehearsal?
We'll go first rehearsal, then we'll go first
No,
gig. We'll do
move
we'll do
We,
both.
we
First
played a Stone
rehearsal
Roses
was,
song, didn't we? First.
Oh, that's first gig. We're doing rehearsal first.
No, I mean in rehearsal, the first
did
ever
we?
time I came to your house, because we used to practice in Rob's
Yeah.
front room.
I'm sure you brought like an entourage of people we didn't want there. It was like,
Yeah.
Jack Rooney was there. And
Yeah, he
like,
was.
Tom Shippen was there as well. And
Yeah,
Ollie
no,
Chapman
just
was there. And we're like, why?
wanted some
why
support, man. These have been like jamming together for a bit, and I was like, I felt intimidated.
We did
That
one
one.
song like really poorly, probably.
It was a Stone Roses song, I'm
Mm.
pretty sure, and it was fun. And we all looked at each other and like, do you know when Harry Potter like gets the wand at Ollivanders, and like he picks up the one that he actually gets to keep, and like his hair like starts going up, and like there's magic lights that like go around. Like that didn't happen.
Nice. Yeah. What about your first gig?
First gig was in a pub that is now shut in Ashton called the King's Arms, and we were
Oof.
supporting.
Dive.
It
that
was
place.
yeah, that is boarded up now.
Yeah.
You've
For-
driven
for the
past
right
it. Is the
reasons.
sign still up?
Yeah, the sign's
is it?
still.
I've
I
driven
think.
past it.
Yeah.
It's not
on the
been
corner
knocked
there.
down. It's
It's
still
there, but it's just boarded up.
Yeah.
But we got a phone call from a lad who went to our college, who was in another band, and was like, "Oh, we'd got a gig. I swear it was in like
Was
that
that
weekend or the week." No, I think it was. It wasn't Eton. I think it was Thingy.
Ben Livingston.
Ben
Ben
Livingston.
Livingston.
And he's like, "Oh, like, do you want to support us?" He was like, "Oh my god, we got a gig. Like, this is brilliant. Like, what was the venue?" And he's like, "Oh, it's the King's Arms in Ashton." And we're like, "Yeah, that's gonna be mint. That.
What? The King's gonna be there?
That's gonna be ace." And we had like about a week to get it together. At this point, we just about nailed down like a song,
They
all
were-
covers.
They were doing like
Gigs in
quite. Yeah,
Manchester
they
and
played at Rebellion in Manchester. They had a full set of original material as well.
What was the band called?
Meantime.
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 They're
We
not
used to
show
have
anymore.
some explicit chants about meantime
Yeah.
by our crowds at the
It
start.
got a bit nasty at points.
They-
That
they
gig in
were-
particular.
They were like head and shoulders above.
We were
us in terms of,
clueless.
Like
We had the crowd though.
We had the
Yeah,
we
right.
brought the boys
We
down.
brought the
We
boys.
did a full set of covers.
mums, dads, the works all came
Yeah.
down for us. Full set of covers. We thought we were dead clever. So we'd written out the set list, and at the bottom of each set list we just put a smiley face. And we've been practicing I Am the Resurrection. So it was like, we're going to play
all
first ever
all
gig,
10 minutes.
all like 9 whatever minutes of
It was
I Am the
great,
Resurrection, and we did it, to be fair. But I think on the adrenaline we had about a half an hour set. And we must have been done in 20 minutes. Like every song was like, it was like, I am the resurrection. It was insane. We finished it. I was just pumping with sweat. I was like, yeah. I was like, all right, yeah.
I love that moment in I Am the Resurrection where, do you know where it stops? And then everyone started clapping and then it went diddle diddle
There was they had like I remember they had someone with them who like before our set went and messed with all the buttons on
Yeah.
all our amps.
So they were all
So we
mad.
sounded like
Yeah.
really bad.
Has
you know,
it?
like sabotage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they were
It was
playing
as close as you get to
Completely.
like the Bloods and the Cribs really, but for Wigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it sounded awful, but everyone, because it was a load of covers to a load of drunk teenagers who wouldn't have got served elsewhere. You know,
It
they all
went down
got
well.
behind us really, and it was.
It was legendary.
For a
Nah.
moment of time, we had like a following off the back of that. Of like, we just
Yeah.
rock up at a pub and they'd be like, "Are you sure you're like old enough to play?" And we're like, "Yeah." And then the pub would get absolutely raided by our mates. It'd be round, be like, "When can we book you again? When we book you again?"
Yeah,
we
we
were like,
make pubs.
we were
thousands.
riding these waves. They'd be like, "Yeah, we'll pay you 200 quid." We were like, "Brilliant, this is well done." And then I'll take the 50 quid and buy pints in the pub anyway.
Yeah.
Go out independent straight
yeah,
after
and
Sweet Malt.
lose money.
6 a.m.
It was ace.
It was a
But
great
we rode
time
that
to be
wave
alive.
for a while.
It was like the thing in college, wasn't it? I think we got like half of college coming to the
Yeah,
pub gigs.
we'd go around putting posters up and getting told off. Like,
Yeah,
'cause
we would.
We'd stick them on the wall in college with like duct tape. And
Yeah.
then someone would peel them off and it'd take the paint off. I think for a period of time, it was like, who are these Stanleys and where can we find them? I was like, I don't know.
I remember
No
us
idea.
doing it.
It's a
We
cult.
did
Face
it
on the
at,
poster.
At the bus station in
Mhm.
Wigan, and there was like for ages there was loads of like marks
Where
where all
it'd
the
come off.
floors and all the paint.
We got on the bus and every couple of stops got off and stuck posters on.
Yeah.
It's like, that's
That's
well
amazing.
illegal, isn't it? Like, you know,
No,
and it was
no
Nah,
one
I
had
think-
them, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, there's definitely someone just ripped it off as soon as we walked past, and that was
There
think
might
it
still
shows a
be
bit of
one there,
initiative.
You never know.
You never
might,
never know.
Might survive.
Oh no, they were like A3. They were massive.
Were they?
Yeah. It was like, if I'm putting them up, you're just seeing them.
Spent some money on that. Expensive. So, was there like any particular moment that you just realised that you wanted to take the band seriously?
Still waiting for that moment, really, I suppose. At some stage.
I think, like, even from when we first did like a proper gig. So I remember Dave Sweetmore gave us a gig at Independence supporting a band called Garden Back, was it?
Thursday
And
night.
it was a Thursday night,
February.
and it was like a proper venue. We got there was a sound engineer. We didn't have to just fiddle with the PA and guess what was going on ourselves, and was like, could get used to doing this.
Yeah.
That was
Where's
pretty cool.
my tea, boy?
But yeah, and then you just get the itch for like, oh well, if we can do that, what can we do that's bigger? We did the upstairs room in India, we did gigs in Manchester and stuff, and it's just been constantly that ever since, really.
It was a battle though to get the same fan base that came for the covers to come
Yeah.
for the original.
The originals,
music.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had a fan base that was entirely friends from college. Because we had quite a massive friendship group, didn't we? Of all the people that went Hawkley Hall, all the people that went Eddie's, and all the people that went Deanery.
Deanery, yeah.
So there was
Hawkley
like-
Hall. That's not a school, is it?
Yeah, that's
Hawkley Hall
Hawkley.
High School.
Yeah.
It is a
Oh,
few. Yeah.
So there was about like literally
Yes.
about 100 people who would follow us around Wigan, and they'd come in, get leathered at places they wouldn't get served at, like jumping around to Chelsea Dagger and things like
Yeah.
that. But then when you start writing your own material, and at the time we weren't very seasoned at doing that, so we'd come out with these 4.5 minute long songs that consisted of like one verse, one chorus.
And the chorus
You know,
wasn't
and-
even a chorus.
Yeah, and then they were sort of like, hang on a minute. And then when everyone went to uni, it did tail off. So we found ourselves in a position from selling out, pubs, clubs in Wigan, and even a show at Jimmy's in Manchester with this feeling that we sold out, to then finding ourselves on a Tuesday night in Manchester playing night people to 0 people.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
And then getting
We
dropped
were the night
from-
people.
we then got dropped from Scruff of the Neck. They were like, come back when you've sorted yourself out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
it's serious.
that's the difficult thing, though, isn't it? It's like building that fan base. I mean, how did you even go about starting to build that outside of just your friends?
I think we got lucky with some of it, but a lot of it was like at the time, right place, right time. We first released a song called The Martyr,
Yeah.
which we recorded with John Kettle at TMP, who I know obviously Tom knows. And it was, we really enjoyed it. It was right for us at the time, but again, it didn't really go anywhere. We did a few local gigs, posted a few CDs off, got play on a few smaller stations, but it wasn't really anything. And then we got in touch with a guy called Simon Ashby, who someone called Pete Sudworth had put us in touch with, and he took us to Blueprint Studios with a producer called Tim, and we worked on a song called A Better Life, which was sort of a step up in terms of writing. It didn't, it was we'd gigs with bands like Big Band Bora at this point, and we'd sort of seen how they sort of crafted these verses that were like 20 seconds long and then builds into a pre-chorus, these constantly changing drum patterns, and we sort of took inspiration from that, and we looked at bands like Cassia and Marsicans who were doing well, the K's at the time in the indie scene, and we're sort of seeing how they're writing this energetic pop music that had these structures that sort of made it really easy to listen to. So we sort of used that, went in the studio with obviously Tim, Simon Ashby at Blueprint where Elbow used to rehearse, and we came out with like a well-crafted pop song really, and that for us was the start of something. We released that, got a lot of love from Andy Burnham. Tom went to high school with Andy Burnham's son. He gave us a lot of love on Twitter. And then we went on a relentless social media campaign, messaging everyone we knew.
I feel like your
everyone.
response to this question has been relentless.
Yeah, well, don't do things in half measures. But yeah, we had like Alison Mackenzie Folan, CEO Wigan Council. We had the Lathams lads who at the time then just got a management deal. We had Andy Byrne. We had everyone on Twitter plugging us. The Wigan Council page. We had so much support. Was messaging literally everyone.
The
with
football club
10,000.
and everything.
Wigan Athletic were massive for us. And then people started listening, and then people started coming to our gigs. We did a gig in Atherton at the Snug, which
Yeah.
was our first headline since we released A Better Life. We didn't even have 30 minutes of original material. We ended up doing There She Goes as a cover just to
Yeah, we did.
fill the
Did we?
30 minutes.
We did.
And we
Sounds like, did we?
No, 'cause
Even-
yeah, I'm trying to think. We did a load of different covers, like back in the day.
Yeah.
yeah, we did a lot.
It's something that we've always come back to a bit, covers as well, because it's
Yeah.
like it's where we've come from. We do enjoy doing it.
Yeah, that is it. It's music in it.
Yeah. So, like, in terms of songwriting, I mean, you've like briefly touched on it there, but how do you like approach it? Is there one songwriter? Do you all like write your own parts? How do you actually create that song?
I think at the minute and like over time, every song, give or take, has been done completely differently. Like we go through different phases of like we had a lot of time where Jake was coming up with like quite a big, like almost a finished song come to us, and we'd add bits to it. There's times where we've brought everything up from scratch. You two do a lot of the songwriting between you, but even like now, like when we're working at stuff at the minute, like Harry's rocking up and he's like, yeah, have that.
Yeah.
And we always seem to come at it every 10 minutes completely differently, which I think is quite refreshing.
Yeah, definitely. I think the big thing about it is there is no like correct way to do it, and there's no like formula. And I think the song is served best by just kind of writing it in the way it should be written, which maybe someone might have like a very specific idea themselves that they can put together, or maybe they've got a part that is just a part that needs something that additional, and that might come from one of the other boys, or
Mhm.
I don't know. I think
Does it change quite a bit from when you first come with an idea to like the final
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it, because I think we all write our own parts in terms
Yeah.
of like instrumentation. So each person we kind of maybe if we have an idea, we'll put it to someone. Say like if we want a
Think
simple drum
this.
pattern or whatever. Yeah, but everyone kind of throws their own in, and we'll all throw curveballs at each other.
And we're all always criticising like each other and ourselves. I think we're quite perfectionists about things. Stuff always goes through about a million revisions.
Right,
And then we get to the point where we're like, right, that demo's finished. And we go, that is absolutely rubbish. Why have we done? Take it back to how it was. But we try our best to constructively criticise each other.
I suppose that's a good way to be, because you're just not releasing anything, or just
Yeah. But then we find ourselves just sat in a practice room like going, it's been 3 weeks to do one demo. Management's breathing down our neck. What are we going to do?
I mean, you like write well in advance. I mean, I know when I first met you, you had like 2 EPs written.
Yeah.
You did.
Well, we did.
Do you mean like from when we're going in the studio, we write like we use songs that are quite old? Is that
I
what
don't
you
know.
mean?
I just remember you always having like a direction, like you
catalogue
knew
of-
exactly what you were releasing and where it was going. Might have changed a bit, like, but I remember you
We've
being
always done
quite, like,
stuff quite in advance with like releases and stuff, and been like, right, we need to record this EP. Let's get it written. Let's go and record it, and then sometimes to our own demise, be like, right, well, that's going to come out in a year, and then you sit and wait, and then you're like, oh, I've gone off that song a bit. And you have to fall back in love with it because you don't want to play it live when you've just recorded it and you know it's not going to be out for however long, and then you come back to it and you have to like re-delve into it and you go, oh, I wish I'd done that different.
It is funny
Yeah.
how your mind changes on certain
Yeah.
songs. Like we do, we kind of hate songs that we used to love and love songs that we used to hate.
But I think that changes as well. There'll
Yeah,
be one
it
week
does.
where we all go, oh, I'm sick of this song.
Depends if
I'll do
it's
it.
raining or sunny or.
It does.
What's your
or
favourite
cars
song,
past.
like, that you've released? What's your favourite
One
song?
that we've not wrote yet, I think.
Oh, you pretentious little. I like she's done it again at the minute. I like playing that live. I think it's got a lot of energy. It's a fun song to play.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
quite
mine
hard to
at the minute.
sing.
Yeah, I know. I like watching you
yeah.
squirm.
I know.
It's my favourite, actually.
Cute.
Have you got
haven't
one?
said a favourite yet?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, has he not got one?
Me? I just have like a song that we've not written yet.
Oh, is that your answer?
Yeah, I think
He's,
so.
he's just pretentious. That's all.
No, I don't know. I just probably bored of all our stuff. Oh, sorry, that was probably my mum texting me. But yeah, I don't know.
Cut this bit out.
This bit where Tom says he hates all of our songs. Yeah.
No, I don't hate them.
Quick
I'm
swear.
just, I'm just bored.
There's quite a few that I'm enjoying at the minute. The set sort of like when you put them together in a set and things like that, when you add a little intro or whatever, sometimes it reinvigorates your love for it. I think we've done a lot of things recently that we've never tried before, linking songs together. I like Why Would I at the minute.
Yeah.
Don't know. I kind of like the way where it is in the set.
Too slow for me, that one.
Oh my god.
No, it's just like, I think, yeah. I'm gonna shut up now.
What about which is your favourite to perform live?
Maybe I'll try. It's a bit more dancier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like
You like a
Yeah.
boogie.
a boogie. Yeah. Like bogies. Doesn't matter.
Moving on.
Swiftly, please.
So, what about lyrics wise? What inspires your lyrics?
I think it's really the absolute decay of the world, really, and the sadness of life.
Oh
That isn't your only inspiration.
You
for
can
it.
well tell
Well, I
you're
don't know.
hungover.
Yeah, I know. I had a bit too much drink last night.
Decay of the world.
Decay of the
Well, I don't know
world.
if
We're
you look-
literally, thanks to capitalism, we're now living like in a society in which we all have access to education, health.
I know, but I'm gonna have to get the bus home. So. Which is not the one. Unless you can give us a lift.
Not after what you said about the band.
Oh,
You're on the naughty step.
sorry. I do like you, really.
I think your lyrics are quite positive, really. I mean,
Maybe, yeah, but I think
She's Done It Again probably isn't as positive.
No.
Oh, yeah.
but still.
I mean, I implore you to delve deeper into that song because it's got a very sad story about it.
We had to pull the lyrics from that backwards a bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
This is when I talk about the criticism. It's like I'll say, "Should we change that?" And you go, "No, I want it like this." And I was like, "Yeah, but."
There was something about needles.
Yeah, there was
wasn't
like
there?
things about it was a bit too graphic for my liking. That song. I thought it might be a bit better if we're a bit more coy. But then by that I'm really meaning please change that. I don't want that in.
Please
know,
change
I'll-
that really depressing lyric.
Yeah. Hopefully we try and provoke emotion with our lyrics.
Yeah,
Which is
I
the
think we
whole
do.
game plan. And, like, I don't know, inspire maybe.
We can only
Don't know what we're
hope.
inspiring because She's Done It Again is about a heroin addict. Maybe don't do that.
Inspiring
guys.
a clean lifestyle.
Yeah, inspiring what could happen if you mess around.
You don't go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do read your books.
What about your your recent single, He Knows?
Yeah, that one's I suppose that's kind of another sad story
Oh,
about a relationship gone wrong, I suppose. Well, not gone wrong, but just parting ways in a way that sometimes things don't work out how you want it to, and it's a reflection on that. And I suppose there is some light at the end of the tunnel with that song because it is all about like feeling empty after a relationship, but then I suppose it never lasts, the emptiness, and then you kind of find
Positive
something
spin.
to fulfill your time, like maybe a game called Crusader Kings 3.
I thought you were being really sincere then. I thought he was going to have this really deep emotional meaning.
No, I often find
at the end of the tunnel.
I was like, wow, what a changed
really good
guy.
answer. Oh my
What a
god.
mature, heartful, and
no,
individual-
seriously though, Crusader
And then-
Kings 3 is a great way to take your mind off things. If you've ever played it, you can conquer the old medieval world.
So, tell us about the EP.
Sorry. Yeah, the Gallery EP.
Yeah.
That is something that, like you said, we've been working at for ages.
I like
It's
the
something we've
artwork.
had. Yeah, the artwork is been. That was a
rip-off
labour of love.
the Jam, really.
Pack it in. Stop
No,
it.
but it's not rip
It's not a
off,
rip
inspired
off. It's got
by.
inspired. Right?
Oh my
But-
god, we're going to take your mic off you. You could just sit there.
It's just on it.
It took months for that artwork to be done. Harry was doing it. I'll point to like the empty side of the room because he's not yet. And he spent absolutely ages to a point where I was absolutely doing his head in. I was like, lad, we need it finished. Like, we need to get stuff sent off for vinyl and that. And he was like, no, let me just do this. And it was like the tiniest details he's put into that because it's like the collection of images and it's
Yeah.
all. A lot of it's from Wigan and images of Wigan. Some other stuff is elsewhere, but it's pretty rooted in Wigan. Because it felt like the right sort of like encapsulation of that collection of songs.
Ooh.
But like a lot of our stuff seems to stem from Wigan. It's like our old EP artworks and stuff, and single artworks are like stuff from the town centre, and we used to practice in the galleries, and that's where we got the gallery from. As well, it'd been like a collection of like images and songs. The galleries where we used
Shout
to rehearse.
out to Wigan Council for giving us the practice room.
Let us stay in there
in
for
the
free.
old DW
Club shop.
Yeah.
Attics Club shop.
There was still changing rooms, wasn't there?
There was still change rooms. We used to send him in there when he was not.
I know, yeah. Oh, when I was getting changed.
But yeah, that collection of songs, I think, a real positive step forward for us from the way that our sound's been moving. I think it's quite a clean and ready sound that we've been looking for quite a while. Is he pulling faces?
Clean and ready.
That should be
Yeah.
a soundbite for every time we release a new EP. I know me and you have said that countless times.
But I actually mean it. I
You know,
actually
so
do
what-
mean
you know,
it.
it's a step up, not just in terms of our sound, but also our attitude as a band.
But that means that our attitude is even better than it was last time.
I agree. Even just like the fact that we went back to that DIY approach of Harry doing the artwork, things like that.
I think that's really nice that he's done the artwork.
Yeah.
And
If he was here, he'd probably have something to say because I was doing his head in.
Yeah.
It was like every couple of days, I was like, "Have you made any progress, mate?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, is it done then?" And he was like, "No,
I think
no."
that's the thing, because he's very, like, he'd spend hours and hours doing it, and it'd be like making sure that the one little like picture was perfectly positioned.
That was then, like,
I
that
understand
big
it
thing.
though.
I know,
I
and then
get it.
we'd go like, "Can we have a look at it?" And go, "Nothing's changed."
But
Yeah, but it's like
But-
it's like when you're in the studio and
Yeah.
you're doing that to a song,
Yeah.
and then
Nah,
somebody
I'm-
who's not a musician might
we
not
have
notice.
to say, or he will kill me.
I'm
But
a one-take
he's
king.
done a brilliant job on it.
Yeah.
I do love that artwork. I'm looking.
It is. It's boss.
We are
Yeah,
off
yeah.
to sign the vinyls this
Oh, yeah?
Thursday.
Nice.
So if you want one, you probably still buy one.
Is there a
Hey,
limited
hey.
stock?
I believe there is.
Yeah.
It probably is literally at a point where I don't even know if you can still buy them. Can you? I don't know. If you can, do.
We'll
See how
put a
his
link
artwork
up
in the
if it's
flesh.
Yeah,
still
give 'em a
available.
look.
We'll put a link
Big
up.
vibe.
From us, that.
Yeah.
Go support
But
the
yeah,
local
looking
band.
forward to seeing it.
So when
in
is
flesh.
the EP out? Do we have a
Good
release date?
question.
Or do we
I
not?
think the release date isn't concrete because when the EP is going to come out on streaming platforms with the last song that we've not released off it yet, but we want to make sure that everyone who's ordered the vinyl gets it before that song comes out.
Okay.
So that's the plan. I can't guarantee that's definitely going to happen.
You don't
Because
have
we've
to be
been
so
stung.
coy. It's not GTA 6. Like, come on.
We've been stung by getting vinyls out in the past, but they should be
Yeah.
ready in plenty of time this time. So hopefully vinyls will be dropping through people's doors soonish, and then maybe the full EP out in September.
Hope they don't drop too far. I might get damaged.
Thanks for that.
But dum.
You keep saying coy. I keep hearing the word coy.
Coy. Yeah, I like that one of recent. Yeah.
So, what's the recording process like? Where do you record?
The Lounge. In Wigan.
Oh,
Our last
Not all.
EP wasn't recorded there. We did it at the Nave.
We did most things at the lounge.
Yeah, we did drums,
Drums
at
and
the
bass.
Nave
drums, vocals,
with Gaz
guitars.
still.
Didn't do vocals.
But
You did. You literally did.
I
two
did- yeah, I
takes.
did
You
one
take
take.
on anything, and you did one more as well in the main room.
so anyway, we did it at the Nave with Gareth from the Lounge, and then we finished it off in the Lounge with Gareth.
nice.
So I think like surely if the EP had a home, it'd be the Lounge. It just had a brief visit to the Nave on the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's
The
your...
lounge is sorry.
No.
I was going to say the lounge is ideal because you get that lie in then. don't you? So.
Actually,
There's a Mackey's on the
there's a
way,
pie shop like every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
From all directions.
which is
that's
needed.
true.
That gets the creative juices flowing.
It really does.
It's a
And
nice vibe at the
all
lounge.
the juices.
Yeah, we love the
Yeah.
Lounge.
It's nice to have that in Wigan. A lot
Yeah.
of places. Like Michael Gallagher was saying, he had to travel, ridiculously far just to record a single.
Yeah.
And we can do it to a standard that we're happy with on our doorstep.
Yeah.
We put
More than
some
happy.
put some time in with Gareth, and he's put time in with us, and he kind of knows our sound as well, which is ace.
Like we
Easy budget.
trust him to get what we want. And
Yeah,
he's
that's
really,
important
he's-
too, isn't it? To
he's
work with the producer.
brilliant as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the deal breaker. We had a few other producers get in touch with us who'd worked with big names and stuff like that, and said, what are your plans? I know people who like previous managers wanted us to work with, but we always sort of went back to Gaz really because, like Tom said, he put that time in with
Yeah.
us, and you know, we.
And he's a bit of a goat, isn't he?
He is the goat.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be spending
Love him.
long days with them, so you might as well get on with them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of bands on the podcast use Gareth. haven't we?
Yeah.
He's the man.
We,
He's the man.
We actually had him on board when we played with Richard Ashcroft at Robin Park.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So he came and did like sound engineering for us.
He's teched.
Teching, yeah, I know. I'd just throw out like words.
Words.
and
Yeah,
sound.
he doesn't know
was
what I
there
mean.
for vibes, mainly.
And he delivered. He delivered
And he
those
absolutely
vibes
delivered.
Yeah,
on
I'd-
exceptional
yeah.
I
levels.
felt a lot better
Yeah,
because of him.
he made me happy.
It's just nice to have around.
Yeah,
No,
he's a
it is.
lovely man.
It's important that to
Yeah.
have like good
Good
people
people.
around you when you
And
when
yeah,
you're gigging, you're in that high pressure environment. It just makes you feel a bit calmer, a bit,
Yeah.
definitely.
bit more at ease.
And it was really
Yeah.
nice afterwards once the kind of stress of the gig was over and we sat watching like Richard
Yeah, you can
with him.
enjoy the good moments with
Yeah.
Yeah,
with them people.
it
as
was
well.
cute.
So
How
how
did-
was the gig for you?
Oh,
Unreal.
it was ace.
Unreal.
It was a
Probably
mad
best day
day.
of my life, that.
It was ace. It was really,
Yeah.
really good.
But I'm a Holy Communion.
Fair enough.
No, it was good. It was, not the Holy Communion, I mean the gig. It was good.
Your
It was
Holy
really good.
Communion, you know what I mean?
Yeah, my Holy
Yeah,
Communion.
he had a holy communion.
I had a Holy Communion.
Yeah, that's what you have every like time you go to
No,
church.
no,
Confirmation.
No, he's
no,
a
no, no.
Catholic.
I'm a cat. You're a proddy.
Oh, you're not. Oh, you are. Catholic.
They have a holy
Right.
communion. Which when it's not your holy communion, it's your first holy communion, but it is often abbreviated to just
Right.
your holy communion.
Yeah.
I don't
where-
understand.
I wore a
where
suit.
you are.
Yeah.
I wore
Did you have a
suit
red
and
tie on?
No, maybe, yeah. I had a bowler hat though, I don't know why.
Of course you
There's
did.
pictures of me looking
course
like
you
a
had a bowler.
legend.
But anyway, yeah,
Nice.
Richard Ashcroft was great.
Yeah, Richard was good.
I
I didn't wear a bowler hat there.
But he did
I
wear a
thought you
suit
did.
jacket.
I did wear a suit
He did
jacket.
wear a suit
Oh,
jacket.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
it
why.
was, yeah.
Maybe the correlation is nothing to do with the gigs or your holy communion. It's the presence of suit jackets.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Jacket.
I do have to say, I rate your outfits most of the time, but I didn't
Oh,
really
thanks.
like that suit jacket. I was glad.
Oh, did you not?
That started off up there.
Oh, I thought you were going to big
I
him up
was-
there.
Well,
Well,
so glad
I
you
bought
took
that
it
suit
off.
jacket for my nan's funeral, so cheers.
Did you actually?
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. I think it was just with that outfit.
That's I take that back.
Yeah.
That was a poor joke. Ill taste.
I'm not
taste.
taking my comment back. About the suit.
I took mine back. You have to take yours back.
No,
What, you didn't rate it?
I was glad when you took it off.
Okay.
We'll end it there.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I rate your outfits. So
Yeah.
you know.
To be fair, I did when we walked on stage. I didn't hear it, but and Gareth, who was side stage, heard a guy at the front shout, "He thinks he's fucking Alex Turner," which
Yeah.
was a real moment for me.
That's
I
got to
mean,
be top 10, that.
Yeah,
hasn't it?
no, literally.
Segue into style just for a brief second. You have had a massive style journey. Apart from you, Jake, you haven't really changed anything.
That is
But the
true.
rest of you,
Yeah.
Maybe Jake had it right all along, and we needed to find
Maybe.
ourselves.
We have been on a wild style journey,
you
I think.
actually have. Though.
When we first started out, we just wore what we wore. So it was like polos and jeans and
Kenzo
stuff.
top.
You'd
Yeah,
have
I
Kenzo
wore
tops
a
on you.
Kenzo
But
top for a
even
gig,
even
that's
from
wild.
there's always been a weird power struggle within Stanleys about clothing and style, because you
Yeah.
used to like rock up in a city top and it's like you can't go to a pub gig with a city top on, and then
on,
that
man.
evolved into stop wearing that Kenzo top, and all us three dressed like we had literally just been to a Stone Roses gig, and it's slowly evolved now. So
Now
we
we
don't
kinda
wear jeans
dress
anymore. We
like,
wear pants.
I'd say like, do you know that 50-year-old guy who was in the Olympics that was skateboarding?
Yeah, for England.
Yeah.
For Great Britain even.
Yeah, I think
England.
for England, for the English army. Yeah, we dress a bit like him.
I mean,
I wouldn't say we dress
Okay.
anything like him.
What, a skateboarder, 50-year-old skateboarder? I think we do.
I was just thinking about him specifically. He's probably got a tracksuit on, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen him in one outfit, but like, I've
Okay.
just got a feeling that's what he dresses like.
Is that the answer you wanted, Louise? Is that okay?
yeah, that was perfect. That was fabulous. So yeah, your style's changed loads. Okay, I've got some fun questions for you now.
I was having fun already.
Yeah, I could tell. Yeah. So, if you could have any superpower, but only while you're performing on stage, what would it be and why?
X-ray vision.
While you're on stage.
Oh no.
Why, what,
Diagnose.
what, so you can be like, oh,
Leave
you've
that one
got all
there.
that cable's broken for that
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
No, that's not what he was
So you could be
thinking.
like, oh, that guy's got a fracture in his toe.
Yeah.
over there.
I'd be able to tell through the heartbeat of people whether they're enjoying it or not.
Oh no.
Surely it'd be mind reading then for that.
Work like that. I thought.
Yeah,
like
you can like look.
ultrasound,
I don't know, like with X-ray vision, it's one of them because like, if you could X-ray vision everything, like, are you just going? How far are you
Yeah,
going?
that's the question
Oh.
about X-ray. How do you control X-ray vision?
I think it's a superpower, mate. Like,
You just do what you want.
can do whatever you want.
All right, fair enough.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
To freeze time would be quite good because I never get a chance to have a drink in between songs.
Yeah.
So I always get to the end,
Yeah.
I'm like puffing, I'm like panting because I have to start every song. I'm like, need a drink of water or a beer if possible, and you've always already got
Beer?
them. Yeah.
He's usually
when you-
spilt it.
Yeah, that should be your superpower, the ability to not spill a can of beer.
Every
Or
single time.
I've
Every
done
gig.
It every gig. Like, it's actually a problem now.
it might all go wrong if you don't know now.
No, well,
You have
this
to get
is-
an electrocuted or something.
Yeah, probably.
Gonna get in one of them cups you can't spill.
I know. I wear like
Yeah.
rubber socks, so that doesn't happen.
Waterproof sock.
Go on, what's your answer? What's your superpower?
I'd like to expand on what you mentioned about the freezing of time.
Oh, so you're gonna copy me then?
No, that's
Oh,
rubbish.
no,
You
no,
can't
no,
do
no.
that.
I just want to expand on it. So I like that idea, but I'm going to add a new layer to it. I hope you don't mind, Louise. But I'm going to add the ability to teleport instantly with the ability to freeze time.
You can't have
So-
two.
That's
so
cheating, sure.
rubbish.
Is it?
Well,
Wait,
I'll freeze
wait,
time
where
and
do you wanna
can
teleport
and we'll walk
to?
Together. All right,
Alright,
don't
okay.
never
Oh, no.
mind then. Fine.
I needed a minute to just wait up.
Why do
yeah,
you want
we'll
to
do that.
teleport? I'm
Yeah, where are you
confused.
going?
Just like Rob said, you can have a minute outside.
Yeah, but if you could freeze time, then you'd just walk outside.
Yeah, that is true.
Or time travel then, so that like
You could always get the I'll try solo right.
Oh my goodness.
I was thinking more so you
Flaky.
being key.
Hey.
But, you know.
Oh wait, him,
Me?
him on me.
What?
Me
Oh,
and Keith.
I was gonna say,
I
don't
play
bring
drum,
me
that's
into
okay.
this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's.
I've done nothing for
I've
which
created
I should be
civil war.
ashamed.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So now, imagine you're all stranded on a deserted island. Who's most likely to build a shelter? Who's catching food? And who's just chilling on the beach?
Do we include in Harry or not?
Oh yeah, what's he doing?
He's
You can have another option.
Harry is freaking.
Harry's not okay.
Harry is going.
Lad,
pretty
come
hard.
Keith, why have you got us on this desert island, lad?
Harry's just screaming at the top
Yeah,
of his lungs.
no.
I think. Like, I
Right,
think if
so-
we're talking about like gigs and stuff, like I tend to not do a single thing in terms
Yeah.
of like help him load any of the gear.
So you're kicking back.
But I'd also say that like I'd be spearfishing as well. Do you know what I mean? I'd be setting traps for the indigenous animals.
I think I'd build a shelter. I could get down for that.
Yeah, I'd quite like
Yeah.
you building my shelter.
No, I feel like if we were going to do it, if we're going to do it on a realistic scope of what would probably happen in relation to gigs, would be me and Jay could build a shelter while Harry was freaking out and you were trying to catch some fish.
Yeah, that's probably right. But then, like, I'd get
So-
distracted halfway through catching
Yeah.
the fish and come back and go, guys, what was I doing?
Look at this cool leaf.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to catch the fish.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like Jake could be trying to figure out a way to get off the island, to be honest. I think you'd be like putting up smoke signals or something.
I
or,
actually,
like,
Could be.
thinking, oh, this plane will go over at this time because I saw it on the. Like, he'd come up with something that.
I
would-
don't.
I might enjoy it on this island. There might not be that desire to get off. There might be
Yeah.
plenty of resources. Weather might be tolerable.
What's the film with flies in the title?
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies, yeah. But like they all start going mad with each other after a bit, don't
Yeah.
they? So-
We could
Well,
not,
already
us
happened.
four
That
could
happened
not be
years ago.
deserted.
Yeah.
on it. If we were on a desert island, we wouldn't last 2 days.
No. I think the spearfishing would become human spearing.
Yeah,
Oh my.
probably.
Please don't murder any.
I reckon Rob's got a juicy tenderloin somewhere
You're,
inside.
you're definitely not getting a lift home now.
Oh, I said you're juicy. Succulent.
So, do you want to tell us about your Monaco gig? Is that what the venue's called, Monaco?
Is it Monaco? I don't know.
I always
That's-
say
Mum,
Monaco.
shut up.
I
So
don't like
it should be called Monaco because that's
Yeah.
how it's spelled, isn't it? But everyone in Hindley just calls it the Monaco. Like my mum and dad got married there.
That's like maracas.
It's Monaco. Yeah, mum and dad got married there, and my nan used to do line dancing there.
Nice.
So it's a family
Harry used to
affair.
work there as
Harry
well,
used to
didn't
work
he?
there.
He
Yeah.
used to collect glasses
Glasses.
on the Northern Soul now.
Mm.
So it's on 29th of November?
29th of November. We knew that date in advance. We'd revised that
Friday.
one.
Yeah.
Friday. It's about 75% sold, I think,
Yeah.
which we're buzzing about.
And it's a
That's
bloody
it.
big room.
And it's a bloody
That's
big
awesome.
room. So hopefully we'll keep pushing. It should be sold out soon, which should be very nice. And then we can roll into some supports and make it a sick night.
Yeah, we've got quite a good
Amazing.
warm up through into that because we're doing a tour with Shed 7 before in October, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should be pretty good.
Should be a lovely
Should be
evening.
pretty tight.
We're-
Yeah.
Jake's already working away tirelessly behind the scenes trying to get
Not that title.
get stage barriers and things
An email
sorted.
a
'Cause-
day.
and
It's the-
Manager at bay.
yeah, keep the manager up there like that one.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be special. We sort of had to do a lot of it ourselves, really, because it's not an established gig venue. You know, they have a lot of like bongos, bingo,
Yeah.
karaoke, what have you. But bands really, they do on occasion, but we've had to sort of sort out a lot of things. haven't
And
we?
we're still very DIY in everything we do, so it's been very Stanleys presents.
I like that
Yeah,
though.
that's
Which
cool,
is,
isn't it?
but
Yeah.
we get to have our own stamp on it. We get to
Yeah.
to make our own calls. We've been speaking with our sound engineer who's done a load with us, and getting him involved in like the PA that we're gonna have. So hopefully,
Mr.
Mr. Daniel Howarth, who is a lovely
He
boy.
is. He's worked a lot with us over the last few months.
He's a legend.
We have had a good team.
Mm.
William Horrocks, big shout out to him.
Mm.
Absolute
Yeah.
legend.
Bringing the vibes and
Russ.
the looks.
Russ.
Bad Russ, who looks like the
Yeah.
Dukes, Johnny
He's a
Miller,
legend.
people like that. He's mixed us front of house a few times. So.
It's just making sure that this is going to be the night that it should be. That's
Yeah.
the belief rolling into
Yeah,
it.
and it's going to be absolutely bliss because we could literally roll home from
Mhm.
the venue.
Yeah.
Well,
I know, I
us
live.
three can't.
Yeah,
Us-
yeah, yeah. And you're not having a lift after that.
I'm keeping it yours. Though.
Big Stanley's night out afterwards.
Yeah, we'll probably just go into Georgia
we might-
Brown's and that.
Maybe do an after party. I don't know.
Yeah, we've been tossing it.
We,
The only problem with that is then we have to like
Go to
DJ or something,
it. We have to be there.
which
Hey,
then
good at
means
that.
oh, well, there's
Don't
no.
even.
That's been like Men in Black when that's happened
Yeah.
about
What
that.
actually happened, Jake?
We don't speak about it.
um,
Put the mic to your mouth.
You know the motorway? Is it the
Six.
Yeah.
M6?
yeah.
It just completely shut.
Yeah.
So it like instead of it being like congested or one lane,
It was
they
shut.
just- the crash was that bad. They just stopped traffic for 3 hours.
Oh my
So-
god. What festival was that?
Truck.
Truck.
So we were down in Truck. Jake was on the M6. So we were like, I'm really sorry. There's only 3 of us. It's like, can you do any sort of set? And we were like, no. So then the only option was a DJ set. And
Did
Oh,
you
the-
literally just play your own songs?
no.
Oh, right.
Did you
okay.
play
Did
Northern
USB?
Soul?
No, we had a Spotify
I was quite
playlist.
Curious, actually.
We had a Spotify playlist.
We pressed play on a laptop.
We played the same song twice. I don't think there was even a crossfade. And in between songs, we just pick up the mic and be like, hiya, sorry, our guitarist is on the M6. We're supposed to be playing We're Stanleys. This is On the Floor by Dobie Gray. And then it would already be halfway through.
That's hilarious.
When I got
That
I
is
was
so
chatting to,
funny.
all the guys from bar staff, and I was saying, so I was it, and how did they get on? Was it alright? It was like, it was alright. It was a little bit like Phoenix Night.
I'll take that.
Oh, God.
Rave on.
Imagine just being completely off your face and then you walk into a tent and just Stanley is a DJ and
But it was like, we thought we were going to
randomly-
make the most out of this. This is pretty funny. So we went live on TikTok and on Instagram. So you were in the middle. Me and Ivory were either side with like phones on lives. And there was just no one there.
Yeah. I feel like it was like one of those sitcoms with canned laughter, but if someone had like edited out the canned
Yeah.
laughter.
So there was just these awkward times where we were like
I mean-
bobbing around on stage to like The Night by Frankie Valli. Like,
Yeah, and every now and again, like, Yeah, there'd be a dad joke told.
This
down
is
the
a
mic.
poor advertisement for our possibly planned after show.
Well,
But that's because Jake can DJ and we can't.
That is true.
And there's
Oh,
no
that's
chance of Jake getting stuck on the M6 for this gig
'Cause he
it's
doesn't have to
at
go on
home.
That is true.
That is
So-
very true.
That is true, 'cause I can walk there.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you
Probably not with
know,
all the gear, but well, as it depends what the after party is. I mean, if we have it at Truck Festival, I know.
Could do that. We could.
Yeah.
We'll do that, yeah.
Just a field though. There'd be
After party
nothing
in
there now.
Cambridge.
I don't think we'd sell a lot of tickets.
I think that the right thing to do if we have a after party is the spiritual home of Stanley's after parties, which is my dad's kitchen.
Yeah.
And everyone who comes has a warm kind of lager and has to talk to my dad for at least 10 minutes.
And the boy can talk.
Oh, he can.
Yep.
Legend.
So that's the 29th of November Monaco gig plus the after party
Yet to be
in
decided.
Rob's dad's kitchen.
Maybe.
It's all
Yeah.
changed now though, because you got a new kitchen. So
Well, if the kitchen's not even finished yet. There's no floor. So,
that's- yeah, even better.
so
good.
if it's not done, we're gonna have to have it elsewhere. Sorry, guys.
But
Well,
your dad will still be there.
He will. He will. You'll find him. He's the bald one.
aw. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We
Yeah,
loved
cheers for
having
coming
you. Just like quickly again, do you want to say mention your gig, mention the vinyls one more
Yeah.
time?
Should we plug loads of things?
Yeah.
dead quick.
go on.
Just plug loads of
Go
stuff.
for
We
it.
are Stanleys. We are playing at the Monaco in Hindley on the 29th of November, and our EP, The Gallery, is coming out soon with an unheard song that we've not released yet called Anything, and the vinyls will be dropping very, very soon. So if you want one of those, get over to Stanleys on socials, check out our link tree, it should all be in there, and if not, I will tell our content manager off.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
Amazing.
We also
Thanks
do
for having
kids'
us.
Coming down.
parties.
we don't do kids' parties.
No, we don't do kids' parties.
Okay, bye.
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 Thanks. Cheers. Bye.